What about our pants? They give 1 armor only. We don't have good pants. We may need new ones. Okay. All done. Except for this pile of bones that I'm gonna leave because they're gonna kick my ass each time. Oops. All dealt. There we go. No problem. No need to be unhappy anymore. You recovered all the relics. Oh, praise be. Thank you. I'm glad you have helped, sister. I must reward you for your efforts, though. We don't have much, but I can give you this old censer. We don't use it anymore because Sister Penelope is allergic to the incense. Okay. It is censored. How fitting for a censer. What's it do, though? Offhand item. 3 musicality. Which is offhand? This one? Okay, which is better? 3 spell damage? 3 musicality. Well, I would like to know. Is there something here that tells me how much musicality actually gives? Because it says it increases my damage from spells, but not how much. So I don't know which one is better. Spell damage or direct musicality. I'm gonna equip it now and we'll see later if we do more or less. Okay. Way more. Where could something else be? Still thinking that something is over here. We tried down here, but there was nothing, so I'm just gonna go for a few wanderings here, and if nothing's coming, then we're just gonna leave it be. There's a crate in the road, which is not a crate's natural habitat. Poor lost crate, maybe you could help it? You help the crate by prying the lid off and helping yourself to the contents. 3 lassos and a wrench punch. I am always there to help, if there's something in it for me. I thought we were gonna get something, but nope. You smile before you see it, a skeleton chucked towards you, covered with mud and muck and smelling like garbage juice. It must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby, and if the skeleton smells this bad, the bog must be unimaginable. So it makes sense that the skeleton would want to get away from there. Ugh. Stenchy. Don't want to touch. I guess you have to touch, Gary. But you have been touched already. On another try. There's an old grave off the side of the trail. Or if not, then someone went and stuck a wooden cross in the ground for no reason. We get 3 gold skulls and skull chips. Well, at least something. Oh my. What's happening now? A shot rings out and something buzzes past your ear. You quickly dive behind a rock just in case these 2 things are connected and not just say someone hunting nearby and also disappear. Peering carefully around your rock, you eventually spot movement in the underbrush. It's a hunter with an old-fashioned matchlock rifle and a cloak with leaves stuck to it, which is less effective as camouflage than it sounds because all the trees around here are pine trees. You also notice that he's been out here for a very long time, which you can infer from the way he's literally a skeleton. Use magic to escape, surrender attack. Okay, I don't want to escape because maybe I can rob him, so attack mode today. Also, my bone is bigger than yours. Just saying. Maybe I can get the rifle. Get me the rifle. Oh, I got jeans. Well, I just complained about our bad pants, so maybe that will help. Let me go in here and see. 1 armor. Pistol attack damage. I don't really attack with the pistol, but I'm gonna equip it anyway. It's better than 1 armor, I think. Because I may have to attack with the pistol if I'm all out of AP. And they're also immune to melee damage. Okay, horseshoe rolling down the hill towards you. Stop at the edge of the trail and falls over with a small bump. Hey, someone calls out. You'll look up to see two figures at the top of the hill about 100 yards away. Would you mind bringing that back? We're playing horseshoes. Well, I'm a weak little girl, so I can't do that, apparently. Okay, I'm guessing we will not find anything more here. Find a liquor cabinet standing in the woods. Maybe there used to be a house around it. You're trying opening it, but you find it to be locked. That's probably why it didn't get stolen by whoever stole the walls. And some wine and whiskey in there. Okay, I'm gonna try from the silver plater 2 times or something. And if there's nothing there, we're gonna move on. After the side of the trail, you spot a little cluster of gin blossoms. It's strange they seem to be growing so far from the Allison Road, which is their native habitat. Okay, and we're gonna get some. Okay, 2 more wonders here. Okay, rescue mission. Not to be confused with the normal mission. Well, you seem way too nice. There's a half-hat stack of pills in the corner. The pulpit has been pushed back against the wall. It's a shelf full of medical supplies. Gosh, a real-life nun. Yes, it's Sister Tabitha. I'm Sister Silverblood. What's with the codes? Well, what with the cow attacks and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than just a church. I also sell medical supplies if you'd like healing to go. Okay. Let's see what she has in store before we ask her a mission. She has an army field trauma kit, which restores 10. We have blood building tonic, which increases my HP for the day. Arm for the day with laudanum and broken leg pills. You're not sure which is stranger, that these work at all or that they only work on legs. I'm guessing this I will need for some quests at some point. Okay, does she have any errands? Funny you ask, I've been experimenting with the healing properties of a purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out. Would you mind picking some for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. I know what place you mean. Okay, but how will I notice it? Because everything's black and white. Okay, I'm guessing this is purple. I can't judge because I'm actually really colorblind. Like all colors. Okay. Rescue mission. Okay, Eldorado beeps, and you follow this signal because of course you do. Why wouldn't you? One reason why you might not is that it led you to a hulking robot that could easily pound you into scrap. Fighting mood today. Stop beaming me. Okay, Gary. Gary's a powerhouse. Everything that is kind of weak to physical, Gary punches away. And everything else, I snipe away. Okay, that was easy enough. Welcome back. Were you able to find Humming Cave and the purple grass? Yeah, here you go. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Blessing upon you. Okay, that was all. Didn't I not get anything for that? Maybe I got some XP. Well, that was weird. Okay, we didn't find anything here, even after a long search, so I'm gonna see if I can find something in here. Okay, no safe cracking, no safe. somehow we're gonna fill out that map. And if it goes by anything like the previous thing, we cannot return after we go to the train. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. There's a crate lying in the depths of the trail. It has a pickaxe stencil on the side, but it isn't clear if that's to indicate contents, destination, or opening instructions. We pry the crate open with a crowbar, and that's one of the possible eliminated. Sulfur match, dynamite. Also lodestone ring, blood building tonic, and laudanum. Guess that was a supply board rescue mission. Let me see about that ring. Meat gains. Good. But by the way our fights go in currently, I'd rather stick with the one that does more damage. You've run into the worst smelling snake you've ever seen. It's basically a cartoon stink line come to life. Well, stinky. We're gonna kill you. Okay, half the bar. Gary, can you do the rest? Thank you. Snake spleen, snake liver. I don't think there's much to be found here. Smell it before you see it. A skeleton truck towards you, covered in mud. Okay, this guy again. Oh, but this time he has something different to fight with. Fine by me. Wow, Gary almost didn't stop there. And kaboom. Okay, if there's not much more to be found here. Because we still need tickets to the circus and I don't know where to get those. And I'm pretty sure there's also things that I completely forgot about. A nearby hissing sound alerts you of the presence of a snake, or at least something that sounds like a snake, which turns out to be a goblin cooking flapjacks on a flat and baking hot rock. The grayish batter sizzles as the goblin pours out some more, and then they look up and give you a surprising look. Hey, what? What a human, hey, what you doing out here, you? You two thieving flapjacks, maybe? Nope. I'm not doing anything, but, Gary, will you deal? I don't want to sound rude, my goblinish is not very good. Gary and the goblin have a conversation. They're talking quickly and using long words, so you can't make out most of it, but they seem pretty amiable. The chef even checks up a couple of flapjacks for you. I mean, flips up a couple of flapjacks. Man, why did he put this in the cough syrup? Okay. Nice, thank you. Always friends with Gary. Everybody's friends with Gary, because everybody likes Gary. Nothing left. I thought there was maybe... Okay, this was a person once. I think we followed that already. Did we? Okay, I'm not sure. I thought maybe there was something there that we didn't open because we didn't have lockpicking at that moment. There's probably a lot of things we didn't open because of that. I think I remember. Let's wonder one more time. I think I remember in one of the garrisons around here, there was a locker or something we didn't open. At least this is going easily now. Which one was that? For all that maybe? Or cowardice? Gonna try that one. Oh, it's Stinky. Stinky the stink snake. There we go. Let's see if we find that locker again. Pardon me. We're Relax? Nope. Not what I'm looking for. Huh, this one. We got whiskey, silver bullet, and smelling salts. And here's skull and bones, skull chips, and loose teeth. And this was for nothing. Okay. So there was something. Okay, and here I can just find more. Were there more lockers or something? I don't really remember more than this one. I just remember lots of times we were like, I wish I had picked lockpicking. Okay, then let's see if we have enough for the railroad camp now. Also, how is our meat looking? Because I think for this circus we needed lots of meat. So... 2,900. Actually, let me quickly check that. Maybe we can afford the ticket now. Was it 2,000? I don't know. That might be a little bit expensive. 1,000 we're still okay. 2,000 is almost all my meat. And I'm not happy with having all my meat spent. I want some to keep. Just in case I need to buy more for Gary. Or for me. $5,000. Okay. That is more expensive than I remembered. Attempt to outfox. Okay. First you ask an outdoor sum of meat, then you describe the circus in terms that make it sound disturbingly cut-rate. Well now, if you really expect me to pay that much, you'd be doing your best to make it sound like a magical paradise. On the other hand, if it really is a Chintasel as you describe it, you'd be asking a price cheap enough to overcome poor word of mouth. Which leads me to the conclusion that, for some reason, you don't actually want to sell me a ticket. No, let's not jump to a conclusion, friend. I'm just pulling your leg a bit, clowning around like we do. It's all good fun. So actual price? 500. I could buy half a horse for that. Sure, but what are you gonna do with half a horse? Circus is much more entertaining. Okay. With 4 I could get even cheaper price. Let me think about that. Let me see how much XP I have. I wanted to get the grinning skull. I still can. But I'm out of XP now. Let's see. Wait. I can only get 500 now? Wait, let me get back. Away and back again. There was an option for more. I'm not dumb. I saw that. Oh, also we got a punch card. Okay, I only can get it for 500. Okay. Maybe that outfoxing will help us later. Alright, 500. Just let me stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partner's getting free. Did you hear that, Gary? Circus is waiting. Come on in. As you enter the circus, a ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barney Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, ma'am," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. Why do I get the idea that this is not gonna be a normal circus? You stroll into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. In fact, it's almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen of other patrons beside yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. Science has condemned. Until further notice, we encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Okay, where are we going first? Gary, what do you think? Look at all of this, such amazing. I guess a little intense if you're mostly used to the desert. Want a balloon? Yes, what it is, yes. If I find a balloon, Gary's gonna get a balloon, if I can afford it. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance for some sort of stage. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay. Test your aim. Appears to be a shooting gallery type cavalry game. Test your mind. Test your might. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he seems he has your attention, he smiles and buckles the balloon. Oh no, you did hear me, didn't you? Want a toy balloon. How do you make them float like that? There's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Of course. What colors do you have? Well, just take a look. Red. They're all red. Okay, how much are they? For you, 30 meat. I'll take one. Alright, there you go. Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. What do you like to know? Traveling plans. Why is everyone working here at Clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the what do you call them rodeos stop putting on, the rodeo clowns take other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became a normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. What is your traveling plans? Haven't decided yet, but why we settle down somewhere a bit more rural, keeping things relatively quiet while we scout around, get a lay of the land and all. Where did you travel from? What was your previous stop? Interesting. Oh, Northwestish. It was a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Okay, who is Barnaby Bob? Oh, the boss, a real famous showman, though. I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's a real highlight of the carnival. Catch you later. I got the feeling everybody's looking so diabolical here that there's some sort of cult. Because he said they are like a community, so I'm guessing it's a big cult. But why keeping up the show? Maybe they lure people in that are dumb enough to buy the ticket? Can I get the balloon to Gary? No? I want to give him the balloon. I really wanted to give Gary a balloon. Let me give Gary the balloon. No? Then not. Sideshow. Okay. Howdy, miss. Kinda interested to the wondrous, mysterious delights of the sideshow. What do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks, not just freaks. How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Not right now. The ticket already cost 500. Hot food, cold drinks, tea-bit candy. And more balloons, I presume? Red Hots, called Clown Band food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says lost and found. Okay, I'm not gonna buy one. What are they made of? Probably human flesh. What do you mean? They're pork. What else would a sausage be made of? I'm just wondering if you had a vegetarian option. Ladies, a carnival, not herbivore. Okay. I don't know how much they are because I don't want to buy one. Are they actually foot long? I'm just gonna stop you right there, seeing as there's ladies and children present. You want one or not? I like to see lost and found. Okay, sure thing. What did you lose? Nothing. Nothing yet, at least. What, you just figured if you want to see anything you like? Look, there's no such things as an honest thief. You gotta pick one or the other. Howdy, ma'am. Care to treat yourself to a nice, cool, soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the new fangled crown cork bottle caps and all. Okay, what kinds do you have? I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about diet orange cream? I'm gonna annoy these two to their graves. Nope. What about cream soda? Nope. What about cola? What about lemonade? Nope. Grape? Cherry? Raspberry? Key lime? Vanilla? Energy drinks? Lemon lime? Is this ever gonna end, strawberry? I think it's going in circles. Okay, we don't eat that right now. Cotton candy, calls the clown behind the food stand, and then makes a phew noise in a slight whistle. Come try this just invented confectionery delight. What is it? Cotton candy, finest and several senses of the word. Spun sugar created through a voluntarily new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's just like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. Okay, how do you make it? You pass a metal box with a white fuel coming out of the top. There's a little machine right there. Can't tell you how it works, much as I like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. A couple of dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But having hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, miss. The secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. No, thank you. I want to keep my teeth in. Okay, I cannot talk to this clown here. So we're gonna try to test this now. Over here. Test your aim. Howdy there, miss. What you have here is a game of sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the time. Well, on the wall behind me, you've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll load you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one to beat it. What is the price for doing that? Our ticket to Barney Bay Bob's Steak Show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch. Okay, so I'm guessing, since we have one for aim, one for mind, and one for might and mind, that each of these correspond with one of the stat points, the main stat points: muscle, mysticality, and moxie. And as such, I'm gonna take the middle one, because I think I have most stat points in there. Let's see how it goes. What is the game? Simplest guessing game imaginable. We've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, ma'am. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. The price is the same? Okay, well, try that. Be careful to scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you, and then he turns them over with a sweepish flourish. Ready? Okay, we gotta try with 10 mysticality, because we don't have quite 20, because we're missing 1 point, because we kinda put all our XP into outfoxing for nothing. Clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess a few, but not very many. Don't feel bad, friend. It's about average. Not good enough to win a prize, though. Do I have a percentage chance or do I need the maximum? Do I need 30? Okay, I'm never gonna get 30. Not right now. So I'm guessing I have absolutely no chance at all the others. Great. What about this sideshow? It costs a lot, but we'll still try. Okay, stamps your hand. I'm hoping the stamping means that I can go in and out as much as I like, because I will have to come back later. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling and casting flickering shadows around it, making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a look around. Just remember, no touching. Okay. We'll start with those mirrors. Looks like to be one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy. As if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff around here already. Look at yourself. Oh, this mirror somehow shows what you would look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted in an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like she winks at you. This mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. Based on his attitude and equally combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Howdy, miss. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's the scene here? Well, down to the left, we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here, we have an exhibit of clown acts and pickled punks. And further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore and we'll be here if you got any questions. What's with those weird mirrors? Ain't they a riot? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. That has to do with the way the light reflects off of them. I'm 100% sure that's what I saw can't be explained by the refraction of light. No telling what you might see if you're looking too long. They are probably cursed. Just saying it already. Shelves are displaying a large collection of sanely painted acts. Okay, you see several shelves full of white acts, each one painted with a fully unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small place card pinned to one of the shelves says, Clown Acts. In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an act shell. These clown acts are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the acts for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the slideshow tent, and the circus selling clown out in front. Expect more closely. Step back, no touching. Okay, it's getting weirder. These shelves are full with jars, and the jars are filled with things, really weird looking things. You lean in a little closer and inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and mutated animals picked from formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of a snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one at the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparently parody of clown's makeup. Ugh. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly brushes at its jaw, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow, sharp teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Ha, got you pretty good there, Mizzy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. It takes a little plush button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. Your butt jumped right out of your boots. This guy is a startling sight even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Sidria. How's it going? I'm guessing he cannot talk because he has no mouth. Can you talk? Guess not. Do you blink? Or wink? Guess not. Take a look. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look of the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull. If he had one. A sort of crumpled fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint of some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So he's not here because he wants to be. So the circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists, and knuckles turn white with tension. I understand. Maybe we can free all of them. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leading through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the slideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Sidria. Delighted to meet you. What's your deal? We're gonna be a little more polite. Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? You got me. Don't worry, Sidria. I am in a sideshow after all. It's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute, you said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides. He has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas whines slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up in the now back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body, with two faces. It would be closer to truth to say two instances of the same mind. With, as you say, two faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to it. That much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? For a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite of a life, you know. Free room and board and travel the world. And you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later. Okay, he's not here because he wants to be. Again, the clown was gesturing something. Probably for him to shut up. Before he tells us that we should free him. There's a lady here with her hat sticking out of a hole of a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Ah, hello. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What is your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Sidria. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Sidria. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Ah, sorry. I'm only teasing you, dear. Why would you like to see inside? I'm not quite sure. Maybe? Giant whistles to signal a clown he moses over. He unlocks the door in front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large balloon near the top inflates and then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It is some kind of trick, right? You fold it up behind a mirror in there, or something. No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place on the shelves. Well, amazing that you can live like this, but horrifying as well. I'm gonna go with horrifying. Like something out of a nightmare. Yes, that's an accurate description. I'm sorry, I hope I haven't insulted you. No offense taken. I've only seen it myself once in a mirror. It took quite a while to get used to the situation. Okay, so she hasn't been like that all the time. How did it happen? Were in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, I must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face kisses into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Okay. All of them are not here because they wanna be, and that clown is keeping them under surveillance. Let's ask him a few more questions. I wanted to have the clown, not the eggs. Okay, let's ask about the eggs in the jars first. What are those things in jars? That's what we call pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've seen the like, captured and preserved on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come. Then let's ask about the eggs. Traditional clown thing, there's a placard next to them that explains it in detail. Don't get too close, please, they're fragile. I don't know, maybe those eggs are kinda like soul stones containing the souls of the clowns that kinda live forever in this cult? And if I touch them, they die, that's why they don't want me to get clear. Question is, why do they keep those three here? I'm guessing they were finding out too much, just like I do, and I'm the next one here. Let's ask him. How about these people? You mean the freaks? Aren't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball hat is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk though, you can ask me about him if you want. Now, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You think the fellow looks like it, you'd read about him in the papers, right? Well, yeah. It sure is mysterious. Why is he locked to the chair? I noticed that. Pretty shame that this fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell once in a while. Gosh. Don't you worry, none. I'm keeping an eye on him. How did he get it like that? Couldn't tell ya. I bet you've got a theory at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should have seen. Like evil clowns that... I don't know. What they do? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add up like those guys if I find out too much, but I really want to find out more. I really should somehow get rid of that clown to have a closer look at these eggs. That is what I'm guessing I have to do. Still no balloon for Gary? Nope. So, the episode's coming to an end anyway. I'm guessing it might have something to do with the cotton candy, or the hot dogs, or even the drinks. That we need to get them kind of distracted. And with him out, we can maybe get the others out of there. We also need a ticket to the main stage, but for this we need tremendous amount. Oh, I haven't talked to the kid here. For this we need a tremendous amount of mysticality, which we don't have. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, ma'am? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's Chinese steel and it's on a little chain. Didn't the drink say anything about that? Bottle caps? How much are they? 205? It's for the deposit on the bottle. No, not yet. Maybe next time. I'll have to think this through. I really hope I can get in and out as much as I want. Let's test that with the sideshow. Okay, this I can go in and out as much as I want to. This I'm not sure. But I'll lock out right here. I think that is good. Does it save on its own? I think it does. Main menu. Okay. So, we got a lot done today, but also did a lot of wandering around, just searching the area. Before we go to the train to move on, I really want to complete the circus thing somehow. And even if I have to farm some XP to get the points of mysticality, we should be doing that. Because I don't know if we can return, and I really want to know what's going on with the circus, because this is certainly not normal. This is made pretty obvious by now. The circus is not normal. And if we can't get it quite done, then we'll have to move on. But I'm pretty sure we can. Just a matter of, you know, farming some fights, getting mysticality up. Then I have a ticket to the main stage, which probably will progress the story. Or maybe I can progress the sideshow too somehow. We'll have to try out the different options, but I'm not sure if I have enough meat. So I'm hoping I can get out and get more somehow. I'm not quite sure yet how to earn more meat. Maybe that's a good method. But we'll see to that the next time. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna play more West of Loathing next week or if I'm gonna switch it up. We'll see what I'm in the mood of. But this clown business kinda gets me intrigued, so maybe more West of Loathing then. But for now, thank you very much for watching today, everybody. And I'll see y'all again next time. Bye bye.